Hi. So, in earlier video, we talked about motivation. Today, let us discuss about influencing. And as I explained you in earlier video, that motivation is suppose you are sitting in a car and your friend is driving, or your son is driving, or daughter is driving, then you can motivate them for safe driving. But if you are sitting in a taxi, you can only influence the driver for safe driving. So, in motivation, there is some control over that person, emotional control or whatever, or authority. So, in your life, you have to influence many people. And I'm not just talking about professional life or business life, even in personal life. So, and where you have no control. Taking the example of professional life, you have to influence your peers, your bosses, and customers and suppliers. Similarly, in the personal life, many people you have to influence. Now, if you have no control over them, probably they don't know you and how you can influence. So, I'm going to tell you some simple mantras as usual. So, now, if you want to influence, the first thing everybody thinks, the, what influence people is personality. Like famous quote for Julius Caesar, he came, he saw, and he conquered because of his dominant personality. And there are many cine stars or handsome and pretty faces which influence you just like that. Or a good voice like Amitabh Bachchan, and then you get influenced. But friends, most of us are not like handsome or pretty or having voice like Amitabh Bachchan. So how we can influence? I want to tell you about one famous leader, a legend, who is born in this country, fortunately, and he did a lot of things for this country. He is none other than Mahatma Gandhi. If you think about him, he had no personality. He was a very ordinary looking person. He had no voice like Amitabh Bachchan or any other great leader. Simple voice. But still, he influenced nearly 39 crore population was there that time in India, and many people abroad like in Africa and all over the world. And even today, we remember him as a great leader. We people may have dispute about his principles and theories and philosophies, but nobody will say that he was not a great leader or he didn't influence the people. So how he influenced with no personality, no voice to motivate or influence people. Simple thing. He had clarity of thought. So, friends, first thing you should remember, you should have clarity of thought. When you are going to influence somebody, whether it's supplier or customer or bosses, peers, or anybody in your personal life, you should be very clear in your mind what you are going to say. If you are not clear, you will not able to say things properly. In fact, in last video when it was about motivation, and one fellow remarked, and he sent a message to me, you can motivate only if you are motivated. I agree 100%. Unless you are motivated, you can't motivate. Same way, unless you are clear about your thoughts, you can't make other understand your thoughts. So clarity of thought is very important thing while influencing. Secondly, speak their language. And again, I'll take you the example of Mahatma Gandhi. He spoke the language of common people. It was not poetic lectures he gave. There was nothing used to be things like from Shakespeare or things like from old poets or Sanskrit. His simple language. He spoke the language of the common people and he influenced them. I'll just tell you a small story. Actually, it is not story. It actually happened in my life. When I was working and in a finance role, I was deputed to Assam to resolve some issues with a distributor. The money which he was owing to us and what company was saying, there was a difference. So of course you can't, from a finance perspective, I can't just go alone. So I took a salesperson with me, and he was very much in praise with that distributor. He says, boss, don't worry, whatever sale you want to make, I will just tell him, he will make the sale. And he was saying, oh, it's very easy to handle him, so don't worry. He was not bothered about this, what is outstanding and all those things. But I said, no, no, where to go? And we went to him. It was a big house, what they call Gadi in north. And it was like aage dukan piche makan. So he had an office in front of his house and his house was behind it. So we were sitting and trying to, those olden days, all those chopdis and not computers and all, we were reconciling the numbers. After 1.5 hours, the distributor said, sir, do you want tea? I said, yeah, I don't mind. And then I just looked next to me and then my sales guy was not there. I said, where is our sales executive? So distributor said, oh, he's playing carom with my children at home. So imagine the relationship this salesman has established with distributor. He has entered his house, he has entered his and playing with children. I think he can influence distributor very well. That's why he was so confident. If you want to increase sale, I will tell him and he will just sell more. That sort of influencing he has done. So, to speak the language of the person. In India, you have north, south, and there are different cultures. And language here, I am not saying if you go to south, you should speak to Tamil or Telugu. No. The way the people behave, you need to understand that and behave the same way. You don't have to change your accent if you are talking to Americans or Europeans. No. But you understand their culture and behave that way. That is what speak their language. The third thing is, you need to convince when you are influencing what is in it for them. Because nothing is free in this world. Everybody it's a business. Give and take, even in personal life. So when you convince people, you should convince them with the thing that what is in it for them. When you talk to supplier, you should tell him what is in it for him or her, or same way with customer. So what is in it for them? That's the third thing. And another thing is, you should appear what you are. Don't change yourself. It is a disaster, recipe for disaster, I'm telling you. Appear what you are and you will get a success. Because people will see through you. So don't change your behavior or the way you talk or something just to influence somebody. You appear what you are. And last, most important thing is build your personality. Because over the years, people will think what you are. I am not saying change yourself, but whatever you are, you appear all the time. Just to give you an example, Dharmaraj was always talking truth. Why? He has developed that his personality. So when Dronacharya in the war, he wanted to confirm whether Ashwasthama is dead or alive. He went to Dharmaraj, he went to Yudhishthira. He didn't go to Arjuna, Krishna, anything. Because he was knowing this person is going to tell me truth. So same way you built up your personality, whatever you are. So people will understand what you are and they will get influenced accordingly. One more last thing is, remember friends, you can't influence everybody in this world. The great Lord Krishna, he couldn't influence Kauravas to give half the kingdom or even the 5 villages to Pandavas when he was negotiating with. There is nobody greater than Krishna, I will say, who is in this world. But still he failed to negotiate with Kauravas and the Mahabharat famous war happened and he couldn't avoid that. So remember, if you can't influence everybody, it's not your personal defeat. It happens in life. It happened with Lord Krishna. So remember, you try to influence people, but if you can't, if you couldn't, don't worry. It is part of life. Thank you.